Hello, friends. Today, just wanted to give you a bit of my thoughts about a show that's going around. A lot of people have been talking about, and I've been told many times over I need to see, and I finally did watch it. The show is Hamilton, the play. It's been on Disney Plus. I think you can get it on Apple TV as well right now. Some of you I know have seen it on Broadway. Um, I had not seen it until yesterday. And I went into watching this film or this show with some trepidation. I knew that it wasn't exactly historical, and that there was some music in there that I may not like. I'm not a fan of rap music. I'll make no bones about that. There's been a few rap songs in the history of music that I've liked, but very few. It's not my thing. Um, but this wasn't what I was expecting. Hamilton was not what I was expecting, or at least not from what I had heard. I think there are some critiques you could make from a certain perspective of this play. Um, but that's not my job. I'm not a film critic. I'm not professionally trained. I want to give you my opinions, and I want to see where the story, whether it's a film or a movie or a television show or whatever it is, where it speaks to the gospel. That's what I do, right? I'm not a critic. So what you hear today, purely my opinions, all right? Um, it was a little bit loose with history, but I thought it actually did a good job of hitting the really kind of important stuff. I was really pleased to hear the part where, it talks about Hamilton writing the Federalist Papers. That's a big deal to me. Um, I think there were some interesting bits. I loved the bits with King George coming in and singing sort of this jilted lover song. That was hilarious to me. Um, I had to laugh at the couple of times that there were these, we're going to settle a debate with a rap battle, which kind of reminded me of a YouTube channel that I've watched called Epic Rap Battles of History. If you've never seen it, gosh, look it up because it's very funny. It's a little off color, but it's funny. Um, but the thing that I think really struck me about this, it is artfully done. It's good. It's worth watching. Absolutely. Um, the music is not all rap. I mean, there's a broad range of music in this. A lot of Broadway production, and it's really well done production. Um, and the hero of the show is not who you think it is. The show really is about Alexander Hamilton, but I think in the end, if you've seen it, you know that the hero of the show isn't really Hamilton, that it's someone else. It's the person who's kind of the main feature in the closing song of the show. And that really touches on the point that I think that's important. The point where it connects, for me at least, to the gospel, and that is that ultimately this is about telling the story. Um, that someone had to do. You're leave your mark on history by who tells your story. And so that at the end, it was really about the person who told Hamilton's story to leave his mark on history. And I think that person, and I'm not trying not to give this away, but I think that person ends up really being the hero of the story. And that's kind of us as Christians, because we're called to tell our stories. We're called to tell our story. Our faith journey becomes what the mark that we leave on this world as Christian people is how Jesus has changed our lives and how Jesus can change other people's lives. That really becomes the core of who we are, is how we tell our stories. So I think this show really hits the mark on that. I think the music's fantastic. I think the acting is great. I enjoyed it. In fact, I'm right now in the middle of watching it a second time, and I paused at the intermission because I wanted to be able to do this video without being red-eyed, because it's kind of emotional towards the end. If you've seen it again, you know what I'm talking about. So I would say, yeah, watch it. If you have a chance, watch it. It's worth your time. If you don't like the music, you don't like the music. That's fine. Um, some of it was not my favorite. Some of it I thought was really fantastic and really has stuck in my head. So, um, give it a shot. You all seen it. You know that joke. Give it a shot, and hope to see it next time. Take care and God bless. Bye now.